everyone. How are we? Sorry about that. Hubby flew home for morning tea, so I had to quickly go down and get him sorted out. I've had a really crap night, which I'll talk to you about in a second. Hello, everyone. We've got Miss Justice, Joanne, Josie, Betty Boop, hi, Shayna, Gamer Guy, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is in your part of the beautiful world. Katrina, welcome. Hi, Marie. Hi, April. It's evening. I know. I'm never going to get it sorted, guys. It's always going, while I'm in Australia, it's always going to be like this. Sending good karma. Oh my God, I love your name. That makes me feel better. Guys, I've had a really, really shitty evening, and I tried to answer everyone's comments after a video or even a community post. I try to give the love back and let you all know that you are very, very important to me, and I love reading the comments back. And I know if you're going to be doing this, you have to expect the nasty as well. Like, I'm fully aware of that, but sometimes it just gets, I don't know, if you're just having a bit of a downtime, it sort of gets to you a bit. And I thought, one of them was that nasty. It's like, so I shared that community post I was telling you all about yesterday about how I tagged all the lovely, positive, caring channels. And as people suggested channels, I was editing. So it was a never-ending sort of protest for 2 days of adding great channels and ones I hadn't added. And I appreciated that people were saying, can you add this one? Can you add that one? But then in the midst of all the love, you get one like, you can delete all those channels, and while you're at it, delete your own. Like, it's all about jealousy and narcissism. And I'm like I just couldn't get it out of my head. And I thought, how on earth I just can't get the logic. Like, I don't understand. You're trying to promote a collaboration of good, beautiful people with positive outlooks that want positive things to happen, and you're jealous and narcissistic. Like, come on now. Am I? Because I think, because I'm always in trouble for this from friends and family, that I give too much and I'm too gullible and I don't know how to say no. So that one got to me, because I think I'm the furthest thing, and I'm not blowing my own horn. This is feedback from real life, that I'm too nice and that I'm too, I get upset about situations people are in, and I want to help, and it just gets to you when like I'm sitting here just baffled, because I just don't get it. Like, if you don't like the channels, just move on, people. You don't have to go on your keyboard and make yourself out to be this freaking wonderful, People just look at you like, really, you're sad in real life. You must have no love in your life whatsoever. And this is probably why. You probably need to have a good hard look at yourself. Hi, Miss Justice. Hi, Judy. Yeah, there is I see it. I see that there's a lot of jealous people. Like if one channel grows quicker than someone else's, they're quick to try and bash them down and all the rest of it. But I'm not that person, and I don't give two shits whether I stay at the same amount of subs I've got, I think it's great that we try and build each other up instead of doing what the other couple of channels we know of are doing. I don't. But then, I'm thinking back to yesterday's live where you just have to ignore it and move on. But it's just hard sometimes. Like that wasn't the only one. There was a few others. But I'm the sort of person who'll sit and dwell over one comment, and I shouldn't. And it didn't get to me as in, well, it does. I sit there and analyze, like, this is ridiculous. Why am I even doing this? Gen F, you're not the only person. I've seen about 5 psychics in my life, and the whole 5 of them have said to me, you have more, what's that word? More intuitive ability than I do. If that's what you're meaning. But yeah, yesterday I'm sitting, you just feel hypocritical all the time because you're thinking, I'm going to do it this way. And then, 2 hours later you read something like that and you're like, I shouldn't be doing this. This is just, this person thinks I'm crap. So I should take my channel down because I'm crap. And yeah, I'm a big sook. Global hugs for you, Sharon. You are an awesome person. Let's bend over for the trolls to kiss our asses. Yeah, I know, Griff. I had to expect, and I know, but I just like to share with you guys because it isn't always, there aren't always lovely people like you guys in the world, I really do care about people, Jen F, and that's why I don't understand. If you don't like the channel, why can't you just move on, keep scrolling or flicking or whatever the bloody hell you do? But just why say something negative and horrible when they just get fun out of it? And that's the part of my brain that doesn't understand true crime and doesn't understand horrible people, because they must be just so miserable in their hearts. It's crazy. But anyway, please don't stop doing what you're doing. Oh, I won't, Judy. Definitely won't. I just had to have a little vent and get it out. Because if I'd done it with hubby, if I told him how I felt, he would sort of, like, he has my back too much sometimes and he gets really protective and, yeah, well, just don't do it anymore. Like, why would you do that to yourself? So I can't sort of vent to him. And I know you guys get it because you see it in everyone's chats like I do, as well as comments people leave. And I was going to show you the comment, but I'm not going to give them air to that either. And I didn't delete it because, it's there for everyone to see what a horrible, if anyone's narcissistic, it's these people. Oh, thank you, Shayna. Is it Shayna or Shana? If you don't love here, go to yeah, exactly, Marie. Oh, I was on Crime Stories Obsessed. I've seen a few people in there this morning. She is so beautiful. I just love Emma. She's a really sweet, no bullshit, loving creator, and I love her. Shana. Okay, I've got it now. Awesome. Because over here, some people pronounce it Shana, like with an R in it, and some are Shana. So that's why I thought I would hate to be still pronouncing it wrong. I'd rather just ask people. So we had a dilemma last night. I'm just going to rattle on with all my crap first. And it made me even think more. The whole time I was thinking about summer, because we have a ragdoll cat and we've had her probably 6 months, and she'll go out in a little house yard and have her play and come back in and everything's good. Well, from when the girls got home from school yesterday afternoon, from 3:30 to when we were having dinner last night, it was during dinner that we discovered that no one had noticed her since they got home from school. And we searched the house to no avail. We've come up the back. I thought I might have locked her in the studio from when I did the live yesterday morning, but she wasn't up here. So we're up and down the street, like we drove around and around. I put a post on Facebook, and she was in hubby's shed, curled up under a compressor, like sound asleep, and then just come running out when she felt like it. And I thought the amount of anxiety our whole family had looking for our cat, I've never heard that anxiety out of Donald Candace since day one, like no raise in emotion whatsoever. And that is not normal. We all know it's not normal at all. And I don't understand the only time. So did anybody listen to the call? It must have been the last one Mrs. Cher did with Donald, and he's doing all the preaching. Has anyone listened to that? It's very interesting. I was watching a channel last night, or not watching, I was listening, and they were talking about when he starts preaching, to hear the emotion in his voice when he was preaching. And he really, really did. He got animated, like he was standing up at the, is it the pulpit, at the front of the congregation. And I just sat there thinking, oh my Lord. He had conviction in his voice, like he was really trying to get people to, and it was like he was selling the church. But in all of that, he never mentioned Summer's name. Not one time. My daughter, he said a couple of times. But there was no conviction or desperation or whatsoever. As we all know, I know I'm just repeating stuff that is said over and over again, but it was really, really obvious when he started talking about the church. And he did say, what was it? He said, even if I don't see her again, I have to do the right thing with God, because that's the only way I'm going to see Summer again when he passes away. And everything he's saying is confirming that she's already gone. That's why he's not looking. That's why he's not pleading. No, I haven't gone over and listened to it either, Betty Boop. I'm trying not to give any of them views or air or breath. But when I heard that, and they were right about how elevated he got with what he was speaking about. It was like he was trying to get everybody to go and sign up to the church. Put a collar on the cat with name and phone number etched on tag. Yeah, she's got a collar and that on, but because of lockdown and everything, I haven't been able to go and get the engraved phone number thing. So that's on this weekend's list. And I'm not letting her out side. I can't even remember her getting out the side door, to be honest. But maybe she ran out as the girls come in. I don't know. But it was really, really scary. Just the thought of not getting her back, or, did she get run over down the street and no one's... Oh. Anyway, we got her back, so that was the main thing. But the desperation, the eldest granddaughter was crying and upset, and it's just horrible, isn't it? Yeah, his bus is waiting, Marie. So Emma this morning, do you guys catch any of her live? Doug was over there with his, he must have a new soundboard. And every time someone would say something, the little bugger was letting the sounds go off. At times it was really funny, but one of the ladies had a migraine and told him she had a migraine and she had headphones in. You heard it sending good karma? Oh, you heard about Don, yeah. And he wasn't he? He was like really into it, really preaching the crap like, I'm not going to bag out religion because Don's all for it. I don't go to church every weekend, and I have my own way of practicing my religion, but he gets really, really into selling it, but he can't do that for his own family. Looked like Candace may have cleaned her kitchen and found... Oh, did you see the photos of the chicken and dumplings? Oh, dear Lord. He is a hypocrite, Miss Justice. And the chat was really, really funny, guys, about Candace's cooking photos. And then they were discussing whether they've both had parenting courses to learn how to be parents. Now, come on. They've both had 2 children each previous to this family and lost them. If they haven't worked out how to get to the parenting side of things properly by now, he's 56, she's late 30s, nearly 40. They're never going to get it, ever. Do they have those tag engraving machines at PetSmart anymore? We have Pet Barn at our town, so I'm going to try there. And yeah, they're awesome. I did them for our 2 dogs, and it's just like a little keypad thing, and you pick which tag you want, type in what you want, and it just spits it straight back out at you. Betty boop. The girls and I fight over who's going to work the machine because it's really fun. I didn't hear the preaching, but I did hear him speak very clearly and articulate the reward fund monies policy. Yes. That was with Ainsley Daniels on the news. Was that WJHL? I'll just have a look. Because that was interesting to me. Because he slipped up a few times and was like, I think he was concentrating so hard on how he was saying things. Why isn't it? Oh.
A lot.
Hang on. I'm just trying to find it. Kingsport. That's weird. It's not on their YouTube page. Videos. Why wouldn't it be under? That is crazy. I know I only seen it this morning with the Don Wells one where he's at work. There's new pics where who has new pics, guys? Do they? Yeah. It's a bit late. I don't know where it went because I did have it up here just a while ago. Maybe it wasn't WHJL. Maybe. But I'm going back. I can't see it anywhere. But we have to push. We have to keep pushing as well as the national side of things. I agree with 423 Chase about really, really pushing, sending messages, pleading with the local news stations like True Crime Commentary and Scott H. They're really trying to hammer down on the local news stations to get more media presence. Like the national stuff is still in progress, and I know Miss Nita's World, she's still on top of things there with another few people she'll tell us about soon. Only thing that interview looked like was showing how good Don is at drywalling. That's true. He was pretty into it. Why isn't Don doing anything to increase the reward fund instead of complaining it is going to be closed in 2 months? Yes, I know it has been extended. So it's been extended till June next year, 2022, Katrina, I think. That's what was on that little news clip yesterday. Yeah, well, that's what else I was saying on Crime Stories Obsessed, Betty Boop, that there was a really famous case in the UK, and I can remember it from years and years ago. This little girl went missing, and they'd arranged with a friend to hide her, and then she was going to magically just show up in the street somewhere, and then the friend and the parents would go, sharees in the reward fund. So it really does happen at times. And I'll try and find out the name of the mini-series because it was aired here in Australia, like a dramatisation of the whole thing. He was on his friend's channel talking about the reward, and I saw it shared on another channel. Oh, okay, Shana. Hi, Sandy Ridgway. Oh, thank you. I still worry about the whole accent thing, that it turns people off. Judy Jennings, Summer Wells, yes, let's keep saying her name. And when I'm doing my thumbnails, guys, I've decided I'm just going to leave those photos up there until the day we get answers. I'm not going to change the photos because that's what shows up when you post your scheduled video. In the thumbnail, that's what shows up every single time, and that represents your channel and everything. So I'm happy. There's the reward fund, the official reward fund photo up there. There's the one for the candlelight vigil, and then there's one of the really early days someone made for the TBI contacts. And I thought, I'm just going to leave them all up there because they're all still relevant and apply. And her base is on the whole 3 of them at different stages. There's one where she's got the really, really short shaved hair, and one where she's got that hair coming down. But how different. I've never seen a child, and I've been looking at photos of our kids over the last few years, the last few days, just to get a hold on what I've had this gut feeling with Summer. And I've never seen one little girl, I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but I've never seen one little girl look so different from photo to photo. And it's not just the hair. Like her face sometimes looks real rounded and plumpish, and then other ones she looks sickly, like she hasn't been fed for 6 months, and frail, and it's not her expressions or her mannerisms. Her face literally changes from photo to photo. She can, where are we? I'll show you what I mean. You probably all think I'm crazy. Some of them, you just, is that the same little girl? Okay, let's just share this. Candace cooked a meal for Donnie or Jose. Oh, hi, Lana. Jen F says, no, Candace had posted a photo of a meal she made, quite possibly the only meal she has ever made. I shouldn't laugh, guys. I don't know. They said, didn't she cook Ali something though at one time? And Ali said she couldn't find a clean utensil in the house. Remember that? And she had a lighter and something else. Was it grits? I don't even know what grits are. But I'm pretty sure in the interview, Ali said they were, no, I know what it was. It was green fried tomatoes. I don't know who cooked them. Ali didn't actually say. Yeah, it wasn't very appetizing. And I agreed with Chasing Justice. She commented, she said, I wouldn't eat anything, not a thing from that house, unless it was Skittles that was still in the box and unopened. Yes, Gran just made the green fried tomatoes, Ali said. And she couldn't find clean cutlery. And then they had a cigarette on. Oh, it was just gross. Yeah, and the green, and this, I'll put it up in a minute for those who haven't seen the cooking photos of the chicken and dumplings. My mum used to make dumplings. So they're the flour dough ball things that you put on top of like a casserole or something, and then you put the lid on and you continue to cook, I'm thinking. So with these photos of little Summer, okay, look at this one. Okay, see how her face looks there. Then I know she's at different ages and all the rest of it. That one's really blurry. Look at this one then. See? She just looks completely different from photo to photo. Look at this one. This is my favourite. I just think, see, to me, she looks a lot older in that one. I know some of them she's younger. I get all of that. And I'm not trying to say it's a different child. That's far from what I'm trying to say. But there is one photo in particular. See, look at this. Look how drawn and frail her whole body looks. And that wasn't too long before this has happened, guys, because look how her hair's only just starting to come back, because you can see it tufting up around here. And she does look heaps tinier than, say, I'm trying to find the ones I've got in my head that are usually just sitting there. And then look at this one. That doesn't even look like her in the face, does it? What do you think? Great way to get her name and face out there. Yeah, it is. Just have it all over your screen constantly. She's such a pretty little girl who really touched me too. I think we're all going to have Summer in our hearts for the rest of our lives. Yeah, she's not 3 feet tall like they said she was. You're right, Betty Boop. That is not her in the blue, allegedly. Oh, Skyzy, thank you, someone. Hi, Gypsy, welcome. This does not look like Summer to me in the face. And there's a few others like it too. I know it is, but she looks completely different. Like, see the shape of her nose? This nose is pointy. Summer doesn't, I know it's her, but that photo especially gets to me because she just looks so different. And like all the photos of my kids, my grandkids I've been going through the last couple of days, it doesn't matter what they've got on, what age they are, you can still tell 100%. That's the same one we're looking at here. Exactly the same one. Her little chubby cheeks. I don't know. It aggravates me. I don't think they are all Summer. I just thought I was going crazy and I'd been looking at the photos for too long. I think that they drug their kids and that's why sometimes Summer looks so drawn. Also, they had to compete for food. Yes, Gypsy. And that's why I keep coming back to that candy thing. And maybe the boys were chasing her for candy. And like, I don't think, maybe, allegedly, they weren't short of shit food like candy and potato chips and all the junk under the sun. I think they were lacking proper meals, but who knows? If they are in the human trafficking business, maybe there were other girls. Anything is literally possible. Yeah, that's the hardest part about everything, is anything is possible. But it's with the video from the parking lot yesterday that Chase did, at least people have heard of her that live in the direct area. They just haven't seen anything on the local news lately. So if everyone hammers the local news stations and Ainsley Daniel, Nick Barris, and what's the Murray lady? We all need to be emailing them, and I'll get links and put in the description when we're finished. So if anyone wants to flood them with emails, ring them. Oh, I'm just trying to find some more of the ones. Really, there's not that many on actual Google. If you go through Facebook pages and stuff, you'll find heaps more photos. See, that one looks like summer. But this one in the blue, no. And it's not because she's got messy hair and everything. If you took her hair off that photo, which I know some people can do, just for comparison, there's just something about her face that doesn't gel with me. She hasn't got the pudgy little areas like here, next to the nose, the shape of her eyes. Don't know. But it has bugged me for months. Like, look at this. Here we go. See this? Round little cheeks, and this you would swear was a different kid, wouldn't you? It's just a mystery to me. And they said that she wanted her hair shaved because the boys had theirs shaved. I know we've talked about this before too, but the boys, there was only one boy with short hair. Hi, T. Riley. Yeah, I am having a better day than I had yesterday afternoon. I didn't have to deal with plumbers, and thanks for listening, guys. It has always made me go, oh my God, Sky Z. I just kept forgetting about it every time I come on live, but it's something I wanted to say like 6 weeks ago, that photo especially, there's just something. And there's another one where she's in the backyard, but it's not showing up here. And she looks sick and she looks hunched over. I know you guys know the photo I'm talking about. But I've got all my other photos saved on the laptop and they're not on this PC. Oh, look at this one. She just loved Robin so much. Look at her. Oh dear. Where's the one in the yard? I haven't seen this one before. Look at this. Have you all seen this photo before? See, she's got a chubbier face. And it's not the hair. Oh, here's Mr. Barrett over here. I'm just going down to see if we can find the one in the backyard because it's actually quite haunting. And it doesn't look like it. But Thursday, guys. Thursday is the day, your time, that Don is going to be on with the behavioural panel interview. So that's going to be very interesting. So it'll be Friday my time. Sorry, I was not looking at the chat. Hi, Melissa Hart, welcome. Oh, thank you for coming in. We love having new people in here. It's fabulous. More people for discussion. And don't believe their hair story. I think the reason was more sinister. I know, Gypsy, so many people believe that too. It's I'm going to show you the food that Candace cooked. It's like kudos to her if she's doing cooking classes and stuff. But maybe Gran just wasn't a big cooker either, and that's why Oh, stop it. Remind me later. Oh, hi, 10-9. Yeah, I'm going from one tab to another and trying not to ignore anyone. So if I have missed anyone, I apologise. Hi, Sarah. What do the boys look like? Do you not know the boys? These two here are two of the brothers, and this is the third little one here. So now they have their hair, or when, here they are, when they first went missing, this little guy was the only other one that had his head shaved super short. And this one's had a haircut since she went missing as well, but this guy, his was long. Yet in their interviews, they said all the boys had their hair cut and someone wanted it shaved as well. So she had well, there were two different stories in the media interview, wasn't there? This is when everyone was sending them gifts, like the new clothes they've all got on, the footballs. They asked for tablets and toys and all sorts of stuff that people were sending them. I don't think that's one. Here's two more of them. Yeah. It's very sad. Even microwave dinner. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing, you can get some really good microwave dinners. Not that nowadays I'm rarely ever home on my own. But, you know, if I'm home on my own during the day or whatever, I'll often just pick up a frozen dinner for lunch for the next day or something. And lots of people that live on their own can survive on them. They're not that bad. Like, they've come a long way to what they used to be. You can even get gourmet ones now, I've noticed, that are like $15 Australian, but they're really health conscious gourmet type things, if you like quinoa and that sort of stuff. No, Candace has been very quiet, hasn't she, T. Riley? You were in Crime Stories Obsessed this morning too, weren't you? I thought Chasing Justice was going to yell at Doug with his sound effects. It was quite funny. I felt sorry for her because she said she had a bad headache. I'm still trying to get this Facebook thing up. Where are we? Go away, flies. Now, how different is Facebook on a PC compared to your phone? Oh, here we go. Search Facebook. Candace Wells. And I wonder if they're talking about that as well on Emma's channel this morning, whether Grandis was coming back or not. Have you guys seen how many Candace Wells there are now? Like, really? We have one mutual friend, and it's Donald. If you could spend a day with me, what would we do? I don't know if this is a fake one or a real one. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find. It must be a different one because the food one's not on there. This is all just, nope. I'm sure it was on that one. I don't know where it went. It's funny how Donald accepted every single Sorry, not you guys. I've got a fly that's buzzing around my head. Grandis won't come back without subpoena, I expect. You're probably right, Gypsy, because wasn't she supposed to come back early October? I like Marie Callender's hot pies. Oh, I'll have to look them up, Betty Boops. I doubt it also. Yeah. Go away. Oh, I do not like flies. That's how you know the warmer weather's coming, guys. Does anyone want to come up? First screen, share audio. What did I do? We don't want to share the whole thing. Now it's not letting me do it. Now this one, Chrome tab. See, this one starts at 23rd of August. Maybe she's took her food ones down because this one's dated September 20th. I don't even know what this person.
Satan, kick him in the crotch. Squash Satan, kick him in the crotch. Squash Satan, kick him in the crotch. Kick that Satan in the crotch. Zombies to the left.
Right.
Zombies to the right. Zombies.
Okay. If you could spend a day with me, what would we do? She says. So that's 23rd of August. Here's that plate I was talking about with the green fried. Look, she spilled it all over herself, remember? And here's the lighter. They'll flee in the dog. Oh, dear Lord. I'm just going to scroll down, guys, and see if we can. Yeah, someone got stuck in that little kitty thing. August, July. Must be a different one. Because I can't see anything on here. Oh, dear Lord, Ali. You know, and this is such typical. Not everyone has a two-income family. Not everyone has help. Not everyone has money in a savings account to fall back on. The hypocrisy of it all. Yeah, that just freaks me out, this one of the lamb and the snake. And liars, cheaters, users, thieves, fakes, players, and assholes. I don't know where the food ones went, guys. Maybe it was on a different account. Gypsy, October 15th. Yes, the our virtual kick it in the what now? Homemade pot pies. I know, it's making me hungry. Me too, Griff. The Purple Light Vigil, does anyone have specifics? It is on the 15th of October at 6:30 p.m. And everyone can film themselves lighting a candle and send it into either Nita's World or myself, or stream it live from wherever you are. And the whole point of it is to make it a global event, a global virtual event that we're all doing, whatever time it is, 6:30 p.m. American. We all adjust our time zones so it's exactly the same as America, and we all do it at the same time, Gypsy. and you can take photos, do it wherever you want to do it. I'm making some candles, some purple ones. I went through a candle making phase a couple of years ago and I still have everything. So the girls and I are going to do that on the weekend and make some purple ones. Oh, you're a good girl, Patty. Welcome, Patty, for teaching your grandson how to make things. I love cooking with my grandkids. Can't believe she's only 39. Yeah. Nita's going to do a live if possible. I know Nita's going there with 423 Chase and heaps of others to the horse pond. So it's going to be very, very, very special. Oh, hi, Trixie Star. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Mm-hmm. I have purple and blue lights on my deck railing. Can you email them to me, Miss Justice? And we'll show everybody if you want to. You don't have to. I hope you're feeling a bit better today. Yeah, so I don't know if, let's see all photos. She must have a new Facebook or a new TikTok or something because there's not that many photos on here. There's no food ones anyway. Albums. Mobile uploads. The only one she's left on there is this one on her mobile uploads. I don't know. I don't get this woman. I really do not get her one little bit. Now here's, see this one here? You guys, this little photo here of Summer, she looks completely different again compared to this. Like, it's got nothing. If you take her clothes and her outfits away and look at the shape of her face and her cheeks and her little mouth and everything, look at this one. Now this one's very close to when it happened because look how short her hair was there. And she does look heaps drawn in the face compared to this one where she's a little bit, it just breaks my heart. Just irritated with people like you are. Yeah, I know. Honestly, Don and Candace brings out the worst. Oh, absolutely, Trixie. It's just, they're just not yelling and screaming enough for me. And the auntie, I don't know if you guys followed the West case, but there's an interview where the only interview that Trezelle and Jacqueline ever did was out the front. I think it was 2 days after the boys went missing, and the biological family were there as well. And there's an auntie on the sideline, and she goes, "You're not upset enough to me." And she's yelling and screaming that I cannot for the life of me remember the exact wording, but it was spot on. And the way that lady says that, you're not sad enough for me, you're not upset enough for me, and that it was coming from her gut. She wasn't just saying it loudly. It was like a gut-wrenching plea that, you know, you're not emotional enough for me. And that is exactly what I hear in my brain every time I look at Don and Candace. It's just, they're not upset enough for me. And I don't know what they should be like, but they should be a lot more emotional than they are. We will need to be strong for summer because there is so much work to do yet. Have you noticed the story of human trafficking in our own federal government? Trafficking is everywhere. I can't. Yeah, it's crazy. It's scary. And I think it's getting worse and worse all the time. The videos from the church were so sad. Oh, with Robin they were. It was like she never ever wanted to let go of Robin as long as she lived. And, you know, sometimes I sit back and think, oh, maybe Robin's got her stashed in her house and she's just, you know, buying her all the pretty little dresses and shoes and, you know, she's got a lovely little life. I like to think that because it makes me smile, you know. But the odds of that are pretty slim, I'd say. But wherever she is, if she's alive, I really hope she's with good people. My voice is going croaky. Yeah, it is big business. And usually it's big, weak people too, isn't it? And authoritative type of people. Trixie Star's asking which picture Miss Justice? No, we'll never give up hope, Gypsy. Like, I know Australia works really closely with America and the UK on squashing out child trafficking syndicates, and it's amazing how they get the intel and how they track them down. Like, even in our local region, just 2 weeks ago, they've got a school teacher, of all people, and it's just shocking. Like, I don't think I will ever not be shocked about what goes on within the school systems and the religious systems. It's so widespread, so much more widespread than any of us think. And guys, you have to keep your kids close. Most of the children that have been brought over the border have been kidnapped and sold into the sex trade, and the administration is doing nothing. They are part of the problem. Yeah, exactly, T. Riley. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just money, money, money. It all comes down to that. Just the ones that are available, like the one in blue shirt. You can go back, Sharon showed them earlier. Yeah, there's just something about that photo that doesn't look like Summer. And if it is, she looks way older than a little girl who just turned 5. Because her face, the formation of her cheekbones and everything is so much different. I wonder if Candace goes to work with Don or just stays home. I think it'd depend, Betty Boop, whether she'd wiped herself out or not the night before. But I think, isn't that a given? Like, that was never tried to keep quiet. That's what they do every night. Even Mrs. Share says, you know, although he must have been behaving himself for a while, because when he was wandering around the church in the dark, he didn't seem to be under the influence of anything when he was walking around in the trees talking to Cher on the phone at the church every night. In my opinion, Laurel enforcement hasn't done nothing but drop the ball in this case or covering up, so anything doesn't surprise me. Like Tiffany Marie said, the billboard pic wasn't even a recent. I know. I've never understood that billboard pic because it looks, and that big cheesy smile doesn't represent her normal face, if that makes sense. Now, law enforcement, I tell you, when I started losing hope, and I don't mean to sound like I've always felt negatively about it, but when the town held that meeting 2 weeks in to say they were so worried about the funding and where the money was going to come, and that's when I thought, this is a shit show. This is not, they're not going to keep searching for her. And that's the reality of it right there. That's when it started going downhill, because it all come down to where the money was coming from, things not being said that should have been said, people not standing up for what they should have been standing up for. And that's summer. That's what happens when you're all relatives. Yeah, exactly, T. Riley. So many relatives, you know. But that's when the brakes were put on way back then, 2 weeks in, and it's nearly 4 months. It's the 6th of October today, so in 9 days, it's going to be 4 months to the day, and they only really physically boots on the ground from law enforcement. I'm not talking about the community search teams and EquiSearch and all the other wonderful people that still continue to search, but law enforcement virtually stopped 2 weeks in, and that's a fact. We all know that. And if you don't get mad about that and ask, like, we need to be screaming at Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, why? Like, they deflect over to TBI, or TBI, no. None of us should take this shit and just be quiet about it. We need to be yelling and screaming and get on their case, as well as the local news channels. You know? They are no good to the case in jail. They need, yeah, I know, Trixie. Look, I totally get it. And so many people say that all the time, you know, but then I look at Megan Boswell's case with baby Evelyn, and they locked her up straight away just for lying to them, for giving false information. And then it was about, a couple of months later, couple of weeks later, I should say, they found baby Evelyn, and it still wasn't for weeks and weeks and weeks later that they actually brought murder charges forward on her, okay? So surely they have enough to put them away, to separate them for giving false information about something, because we've all caught them out so many times in so many lies. And then hopefully while they're separated, they can get one of them to crack. And I want to know whether they've come heavy and hard at them recently. People need to know. Sorry, Trixie, I'm just getting a bit. And like, you wouldn't be human if you didn't get aggravated and pissed off, and no. If it was my granddaughter, my God, I'd be doing a hunger strike, sitting on Hawkins County Sheriff Officer's front steps with my banners, with my bullhorn, just like in Gabby's case, and refusing to eat. I don't know what that would help, but if they think you're going to do, like it used to work in the old days, didn't it? When you think about it, hunger strikes were all the go back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. People would do it all the time. They'd do sit-ins. Do you guys remember that when that was a really big thing? Protesters, I don't remember actually seeing one or anything, but it used to be well publicised how demonstrators would do sit-ins and refuse to eat. So maybe we need to bring back some old-fashioned protesting. Well, Don is on probation. We know that well, with the 6 coming forward with charges automatically evokes. Does it? Does it? Trixie? So he's on probation from their gun, having possession of the gun in his vehicle. So that would evoke his probation. I never thought of that. Why can't they lock him up for that? He hasn't even been taken in for questioning. Oh no. Don't be sorry. I share your feelings and frustration. I don't mean sorry as in I'm sorry I said it. I just mean, you know, it's sad that you've got to come on here and be so pissed about it all. We have it up. Betty Boop says, just in case someone's listening and not actually reading chat, because I do this if I'm trying to quickly get housework done. So when the family come home, they look like I've been doing things all day long. I'll just have my earbuds in. I'm running around the house doing stuff. So Betty Boop in chat says, we have a double murder case here that has gone on 7 years and they say that they work on solving it 24/7. Well, the reality of it, Betty Boop, after I don't know exactly, I might look into that. I'm going to write that down. They only have so much funding for each case, as in from law enforcement, from what I've gathered over the years. And then their supervisors can say, you've got to move on. Like, this is going nowhere. We've wasted enough time. Here's another case for you. And that's where the cold case teams come in, I'm gathering. I didn't hear it anywhere. I am speaking from the facts that they're supposed to decide on charges by last week is all. Yeah. Well, I thought it might have happened before now with the SA. Like, has he even been, have they even gone there yet? I'm surprised he's still got a job too, to be completely honest with you, with all the attention it's caused for Tucker's Drywall and his building company. I don't think the guy must be really impressed with Donald is all I've got to say, because any other business, and that's quite telling too, isn't it, in itself really, if you think about it, any other business owner would be like trying to distance themselves from this guy. Is there a link between Tucker Drywall and Mr. Wells in some way? And that's why he still has a job. You know, you've got to look at every tiny little thing. And there's that one little piece. So when people come at me in the comments and say, what good are you doing? I'm probably doing jack shit good. But it's all the little conversations and the networking and everything that is going to hopefully fill in the pieces. Yeah, they do, Betty Boop. We need to make placards and go and do a sit-in. And you can do it even in their building. They used to in the old days anyway. Go and sit on their front doorsteps. Yeah, I'm hoping to, Sarah Pryor. Surely it's coming soon. Yeah. Well, I can get out of Australia soon. If something doesn't happen by the beginning of November, I'm out of here. I'm going to sit on Hawkins County Sheriff's Office's steps. Mark my words. So I don't know enough about. Oh, well, there you go, Sarah Pryor. There is so much corruption in their local government. I've got to breathe. There's a lot going on in that town, in certain places, let's say, that need to be uncovered. Hi, 423 Chase. Great little video this morning. Yes, Trixie's here. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. I know I come on here and ramble on, but you're only 14 hours away there, T. Riley. Chase, I want to come tomorrow. I want to fly out of Australia tomorrow and then let them say, I'm going to outdo Molly Golightly. She's not just taking a little flight from Pennsylvania. She's coming from Australia. And I just want to, they'll probably think I'm a total nutcase and try and get me extradited out of America, but I would make the biggest noise. I'm working on the details now. I'll let you know for sure. Might have to show me around. Yeah. I'm not going to that little motel, though, where Jackie Dobson was. Hell no. Even the video of that place give me the creeps. I won't need a motel anyway because I won't be leaving their front doorstep. I'll be sitting there until they take me in the car with them and we go searching. Like, I'm going with them. They need to take me in the car so I can be witness to them actually doing something. Has anyone... Well, Chase, I seen your little video this morning, and I was just telling our chat earlier how Scott H and True Crime Commentary and everyone are hounding, and AB as well, are all flooding the local news stations, demanding more coverage, which I'm going to do when I get off here. And I've asked all our chat to send emails and stuff as well. And we need to get not only national but local information out. Have my whole life to sleep. We need, yeah, exactly, Trixie. Thank God, thank you. Yes. And Chase is the guy, as most of us in here know. He is out there every chance he gets, in the woods, in everywhere, parking lots, getting her name out there, thousands of flyers he's given out. I know, you're awesome, 423 Chase. And like, why can't Donald, I listened to 423 Chase for this morning's one. I think it only went for 10 minutes or something, okay, while I was hanging washing out and stuff. And the passion in 423 Chase's little video and him pleading with his audience to do something compared to listening to 10 minutes of Donald Wells is like chalk and bloody cheese. Why can't they do what 423 Chase is doing? Why can't he can go live with every Tom, Dick and Harry under the sun about Father, God, Lord, but I'll be fucked if he can do it for his own daughter. And I'm sorry for the curse word, but he doesn't. 423 Chase is pleading every single time he goes live. as well as every other gorgeous commentator out there that wants the right things, but not Donald. Let's get on there and spew the Lord. And I'm not trying to be negative to the Lord. I'm just saying, get your priorities right. Because he's just convinced the next time he's going to see the Lord, see Summer, is when he passes away. We do need more people like 423 Chase and everybody that really does care, because it's bullshit. And it's his time. It's his life and his passion to help find Summer and information on Summer. Yeah, I know we did. That's awesome. I like whatever interview he might have been on that last phone call. Trixie, do you know Miss Justice? Was it the last phone call Donald had with Cher that she played the other night when he was preaching and everything, that he was talking about the reward fund and what should happen with it? Because Mrs. Cher said something about it should go to the boys when it expires. And Donald's like, no, it's got to stay there for Summer. And they sort of had a bit of a disagreement about it. And then Mrs. Cher muted out for a bit. It was quite elusive, the way he jumped straight on her case about, because she said when instead of it going to that fund, it's going to go to the Exploited Children's Fund, it should go to the boys. And Donald wouldn't have that. He just arc straight up, and he's like, no, it's got to stay there for Summer. Oh, does someone want the link to come up? Don's not going the same. No. I don't understand why it has to expire. Do you want the link? I'll put the link in the chat. I think Miss Justice has as well. But if anyone wants to come up, just yell. Because I'm more than happy for someone to come up. The only thing I haven't got hooked up yet, guys, on the new setup, not that it's new, I've just took it off my racing rig, is the camera. And I've got one, I just haven't. It's got the little end on it, like on the new Samsung phones. So I think it's called a CN, and my PC doesn't have that port in it, so I'm going to have to buy a little adapter. I didn't say that. Yeah, so no, I know it's not up to Don. Yeah, I don't think he's contributed anything to it either. I don't understand why it has to expire. Because, yeah, anyway, at least we've got 6 more months to worry about it, and hopefully we won't need it then. Yeah, you're fine, Chase. I love that you come in here and sorry guys, the fly just went near the microphone. I went to whack it and I whacked the microphone. No, he's driving, T. Riley, he said. It's okay. He can come up tomorrow or whenever he likes. I'm happy for anyone to come up and chat. So where were we with Candace? I don't. Jesus. Let's see how many more Candace Wells there are, just out of curiosity. This is a new one. Oh, wow. Look at Summer there. She had quite gingery hair as a baby, didn't she? Maybe this is the one with the food. Like, she's got quite pretty hair. Why would you shave it? Unless it was for a fundraiser. So these are dated 2016, and they're the only things on it. I like going through their friends lists too. They're quite telling sometimes. No. Candace Wells. They couldn't surely be this many Candace Wells. But look how many Don Wells there are. Let's have a look at Donald's page because I haven't checked him out for a while. Poor little Summer. Yeah, he's got 2,144 friends. Mandas Vita's one. Is this the... See, he's got the fake one up there, guys. This is the fake one for his advocate company people. They need to be brought down a peg or two too. Oh, go away, Shelby. Look at her there, guys. My goodness. See? This is her. This is the We Can Bring You Hope frauders. Unbelievable. It makes me sick to my stomach that they use people in these situations to benefit themselves and come at me just like the comments I got, how I'm only doing this for personal gain and all the rest of it. I would love someone to come and say that to my face. Don's a rock star. He thinks he is, Trixie. Well, with like the church they physically went to with Robin and them, didn't they say they attended the church but they weren't official members of the church? Because I know in Australia, if Seventh-day Adventists, they have to be official members, they have to pledge and give 20% of their income to that church. And I don't think they were financial members, but they were part of the congregation. And it makes me, I've always wondered why. Like, to be honest, and I'm not in that crowd of people or anything, I just can't get my head around the fact that if you were so religious and a commandment keeper like you preach you are, why do you sin so often? As in his activities with his family. We know there was DV. We know the kids were not taken care of properly, but it was so important to them to have an image of being God-fearing people. I just don't understand it. How can you hang out with drug dealers of a night time and then go to church in the morning? And no, there's something interlinked there, 100%. Nobody preaches he is, doesn't he, T. Riley? Yeah, I was actually in Hawkins County police records last night having another scoop, because I've heard along the grapevine that there was another charge coming that hasn't come out yet, but it's not out yet, so I can't say anything about it. Are the private investigators, Don mentioned, the ones that put up? Yes. He didn't use the term properly. They come out and confirmed that they're not official private investigators. They're official nothing, to be honest. None of them have a qualified bone in their body, but they're advocates, and they find the missing and do all this stuff for the families, but their focus is the reward fund flyers. And the families are not allowed to edit or change the flyers in any way, shape or form. And it's all about the reward money, etc., with that fund. We can bring you fake hope. It's so wrong. And these people are like leeches. They're like them psychics that come up and say, you know, I can help you find your missing child. If you give me $10,000, I'll take you right there, you know? And I like some psychics, as we know, but there's always going to be good and bad in everything. But he's not using national media or local media for the right reasons. Imagine if he'd done the amount of local and national media as he's done with Mrs. Cher and Jay for Justice and Benny Skis. Her name would be absolutely everywhere nationwide. But he decides to do it on YouTube. Thank goodness. Hi, Teresa. Thank goodness for the funds. Thank goodness the funds for summer are good until, yeah, I know. It's really encouraging. And I hope some beautiful person out there can fill in that little bit of information and we get answers for summer. They're the ones who were taped complaining that they could never catch Don and Candace straight, just despicable. Yeah, it was that leaked staff meeting a few weeks back, and she was like really going to town with not being able to catch him at a sober moment and all that sort of stuff, and how reckless. And she was the one on that other phone the night that he did that live with Benny when he was on the toilet and all of that. She's the one in the background saying, Don, you need to go and sit down. Sorry, guys. Yeah, welcome, Teresa. Glad to have you in here. But yeah, there is apparently another court document coming. I don't know if it's 100% yet. That's why I'm not saying anything, but let's hope it is true. And yeah, we need them rattled. Those people should be arrested for fraud. How are they not, Betty Boop? Like, can anyone just start a foundation and profess that they're this, that, and anything else, and it's okay, and they don't have to answer to official people or processes or systems? Like, can you just go to a website and say, I'm going to start a foundation today and this is what I'm going to do for people, whether you're qualified or not? Surely there has to be some sort of legislation that limits what people can say they're about and stand for in a profession where you would think you would need to be qualified. I don't know if any of that made sense to you guys, but I know what I'm trying to say. And Candace, yeah, she was comatose. Oh, that was scary though, guys. I honestly thought she'd just passed away as her arm flopped down. A watchdog group, yes. Yeah, they did. Everyone, Teresa Sutton says, everyone is saying that they both have been pretty straight the past little while. Yeah, I don't know. How would anyone know though, really? Oh, did you, Sarah Pryor? Oh, you're a sweetheart. Great job. Yeah, people used to do watchdog groups. I think, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, how have they not even got a DUI on him? And that surely they do drug testing in Hawkins County. Like, they'd only have to wait down the road every second morning and they'd get in for drug driving 3 times in a row. Surely. It's crazy. Anyway, where were we? We'll go back to this. I get a bit sidetracked. Here's the photo. No, it's not that one. Beautiful little thing. Who's this Daryl Jacob guy? He tags him all the time. So he put that up. Or someone tagged him in it. My God. It's not like Donnie's putting much up there now, is it? See, look at her face there. And she's, yeah, just melts my heart. Tears poured down my cheeks when Robin prayed, praying for summer and continued prayers for, oh, give me a break. Who is this Daryl Jacobs guy? He's having a field day. They seem to have women in common. Maybe, I don't know. Eminem in common. I don't know. And someone said there was a for sale sign somewhere. Did you all see that? I can't for the life of me remember. It said, actually, it was on Crime Stories Obsessed this morning. Someone said there was a reward fund, not a reward fund. They showed a post and it had 11.2 acres for sale with 3 sheds. Did you guys see that? And no one could work out where the 3rd shed was. I'm going to email Emma about this because, you know, the shed that Chris wanted to go in, that's one shed. The 2nd shed is down on Beach Creek Road, you know, the one that Chris drove up to the gate, but he didn't go in. That's the 2nd one. And I've got a video where I took screenshots. I think it was under, I'm just trying to find it, guys. Where we went through the house. Do you guys remember that? I'm just trying to find it. Because it shows where the 3rd shed is. No. I won't be a second. I'm just trying to find it here. Was the house one? Remember this one? Or is it? No, that's only a week ago. I think I've done like 54 Summer Wells photos now, guys. It's, and it does get hard to, where is it? I think it was before that. Oh my God, why can I never find anything I'm looking for right at that minute? The Wells house. No. Let's go forward. We're just going to have a look at this. Okay. Are you guys okay in here? Sorry. You know I don't care if they both OD. I want to find somewhere. Yeah. Teresa Sutton says, was I told him driving drunk the night he came home, the night Josie was there, and the night that he had the gun. Yeah, they didn't charge him for DUI that night either. Hi, Twiggy. Another Aussie here. This is Twiggy, and she's from Tasmania. We love having Twiggy in here with us. Yeah, it is Twiggy. That's what I'm trying to get to now. I'll show you guys because I spotted it after someone else was talking about it, and I went through Chris McDonald's interview with Candace. How do I get? We wouldn't have been in. See here? Right here is the 3rd shed. And no one has asked to go in there or look in there. And to me, that is weird. That's the bathroom in there. That's where Donnie did his business. But yes, that is the 3rd shed. That's the 2nd shed, and the 3rd shed is down the hill on Beach Creek Road, down near the creek. The other shed is visible from the swing. Yeah, It is. Because the swing's right here, guys, next to this tree. So why hasn't, I don't know. It just seems weird to me that they've preyed on this little shed. That's the one Chris McDonald said, could he go and look in, right where the interview room logo is here. That's the one Chris McDonald wanted to walk in. And this is the one that nobody's asked about. And it's sitting right there. I would rather go find out what's in this shed rather than this shed. Don said there were many sheds on the 11 acres, and Penny on True Crime Commentary discovered a dirt road down the back of the property over the ridge that is known to have structures. Oh, okay, Gypsy. Randy McNally left message about. Oh, that's good, Sarah. Yeah, used for meth maybe. But it actually looks like it's been painted half decently, and like it's got paint white trim around the window, and it doesn't look as trashy as the other two buildings right up there, like their house and that other little tool shed, junk shed, whatever it is. Like Don wasn't lying there also, a cop would not let him go if he was caught doing 80 miles an hour with a child with him. Yeah, exactly. I'm still trying to get hold of our chat member who saved Chris McDonough's link for him. I've sent her 4 emails in the last 24 hours, and so far I haven't got a reply yet. I shall go back through the live because it was, yeah, I might do that when I get off. Like I've got her email address and everything, but Chris has emailed me back asking for the link, and I'm going round and round circles trying to get the link. And I didn't even know you could do that. Like you can save your very own, sorry, YouTube URL link. And yesterday I did it. So I was really excited. And I also discovered yesterday, I was so excited, we have 2 members. Like it didn't come up on the stream or anything, but I was so grateful and so excited to Kathy Hunter and, oh my God, I can't remember the other lady, but tomorrow I will, and I've already started their little gifts I'm going to send out. The one cop gave Candace, do you believe that, Justice for Summer? Do you guys really think a law enforcement officer would have given her alcohol that night? I don't know whether to believe that or not. Yeah, thank you, Josie. Yeah, if you're new in and you'd like to subscribe, we would love it. And people have also been asking me in email and stuff if I have a post office box. And I don't, but I've decided I'm going to get one. And it'll be easier to send things back and forth, you know. They are, yes. You believe it. Yeah, because they're all related, I guess. I never looked at it like that at all. She has the one where it does yoga and water paintings. Who does water paintings? Oh, T. Riley, how do I do that? Hang on, I'll have a look. It was so exciting. I was like, oh my God. Hang on. Just have a little look in here. Yeah, God, but I still can't believe how traumatic it was with the cat, and I don't understand how they're not totally, even though it's nearly 4 months. This is the link right here, guys. And look, I'm happy just to have subscribers. If you want to, it's so appreciated, and it's not going to be a one-way street either. I am going to show you guys how much I value you all, whether you're subscribed or if you become a member. But as you all know, I have so much fabric from when I closed down my store and everything. I'm going to physically make gifts for people, and we're going to do random little raffles, and I'm going to do members only gifts, and that's why I thought it'd be a great idea to open a post box, and then I can share more personal things with you guys, and I don't know, make a nice little giving community. It would be more gratifying for me anyway. I just love, I would love for you guys to receive something I've made for you and then come on panel and show what you got, sort of thing. Does that sound cheesy? Or I don't want it to come across like I'm trying to bribe you in any way, but I just think that would be such a loving, beautiful, bonding experience for everybody. Oh, thank you, Justice, for summer. I do. I just think you see so many people that join up as members or just, be in the chat day after day after day. And for what? Like, I know we all like getting along and stuff, but I would like to give more and really connect with everybody and not take notice of the horrible comments. Oh, Skyzy. It's not, that's good, because I've been dying to say it for days and days, but I thought, no, you guys are just going to say, you're a freak, girl. That's so trashy. Oh, my God. Thank you, T. Riley. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because some people will say that. I know they will. I just opened the fridge door and a fly flew out. Oh, my God. I still have that 2 flies like buzzing around my head still. Do you guys get lots and lots of flies in America in the warmer months like we do? Or is it just an Aussie thing? Because I see lots of Americans talk about, the flies down under, Oh, that's so special. Look, you have a little badge, T. Riley. And I want it to be, that's the other thing, like, I want it to be more than just the little badge next to your name. But it's not bribery. It's, I want to do it in a positive way where it's more personal. Oh, that's so cute. Who would have ever thought, guys? I sit here and think back to Oran and Orson West case, how I just wanted, every day I wanted to start a channel, and I just didn't think I could mentally, but it's turned out to be the best thing, I think, other than my family and my husband. Although for me, mentally, it's been probably the best thing I could have done. And I do know that there's always going to be haters. And I even said to that lady in that comment, I said to her, thanks for your time. These aren't the exact words. I'll read it to you. It's on my phone. You know, even when I responded to her, I was a little bit of a smartass, but I responded and told her I was grateful for her comment. Because some people, hang on. I can't see it now. It was in my notifications. Yeah, she didn't hold back, this lady. I'm like, you're such an angry girl. You need to calm your ass down. But anyway, I was going to do a live last night just to, I like this. Jesus. Do you guys get like hundreds and hundreds of notifications? And like the ones where, I tell you what, they're the ones I struggle with. The comments where they're just having a go at me, yeah, okay, whatever. I can just message you back and tell you to stick it up your butt. But the ones where they are having a go at Chris and I'm glad he's gone and he should never be allowed back on YouTube, they're the ones when I really lose it and I want to attack and go to town. What on earth can you find negative and horrible to say about what Chris and his family are doing? That's when I really want to spit it. Like, I can take it for myself because I've got to expect to take it, I guess. But people like this need to be called out so more people see her name. I'm still going through. No, it couldn't have been that long ago. Why? I think I look too hard, guys, and I go blind. And I was listening to Chip's live last night, and she told a story. Oh, my God. She needs to do voiceover stuff. I can't even see it now. But yeah, she's like, Chris McDonough needs to never come back to YouTube. Da-di-da-di-da. Crime and Justice left some beautiful comments. We've even had cops leave comments about supporting one of their own, things like that. Anyway, if I find it, I will put it up on a community post because whenever I'm looking for stuff, I can never find it. Yeah, it's hard to get rid of mosquitoes. So you guys do get them too. We do these, you can find them on the internet if you haven't seen them. You get your empty soda bottles and you cut them in half and you put stuff inside them and then you put the other end back to front and they catch heaps and heaps of flies. Yeah, Chip is awesome. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. Welcome to the family. You're all family, but yeah, that's fabulous. Isn't her voice just so calming? And last night's one was like mysterious and I was sitting there stitching and preparing these little member gifts and everything, and I think I stabbed myself like 4 times in a row because her voice, gets real tense when something's about to happen. And it's very, very special. She's got a gift. She really, really does. And between Chris McDonough and Chip, I just wish there were more people like them all in the world. I don't get it either, Twiggy. I just don't get why people are so negative. Is it the other 2 channels that they follow that they're just on board with them and they've decided we're on their bandwagon anti-Chris? Is it just that, or is it people just jealous? Because I've even heard a couple of the other law enforcement channels or ex-law enforcement channels have a bit of negativity there as well. Which one was I sharing? Yeah, so I don't know. But the way I look at it, regardless of whether Chris is ex-law enforcement, the work he does in his current life, he still teaches law enforcement officers. He still works for the Cold Case Foundation. He's the president, I think. And all the fabulous stuff he does for other people, and people, are out there hating on him. Yet you look at the other 2 channels and they're still up and still doing their bullshit antics every single day, but Chris McDonough can be taken down. Like, where is the justice for the good people? Because sometimes you get to think, well, this is real life, and YouTube are allowing that to go on. How can Skis get up there and threaten to kill someone with his wife's gun, and he can still have his channel on YouTube? Oh, Josie, thank you. Welcome. I'm going to be busy sewing. Very, very busy. So I don't know. We have to get... I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm opening this door and I'm going to have a cigarette right near the door. Thank you so much, guys, for the new members. That's really, really encouraging. What was I saying? Chris McDonough. It just does not compute in my brain where there's justice at all. In the way that I haven't watched it, I'm not going to watch it. Skeezy's actually flew for his wife as well on a recent live, talking about Mrs. McDonough, and the guy needs to be locked up. And I'm actually really worried for Tiffany Marie as well. And I've said this the other day when Chris's channel went down, and I love that Tiffany and our whole community has Chris's back. And you're entitled to not like the guy. Like, there's a difference between not liking someone and being totally hateful and vindictive and want to see bad things happen to people, isn't there? Like, there's a line. You don't like someone, fine. Not everyone is going to like everyone. But being cruel and Oh my God, Jennifer, thank you so much. There's no need for that. That's too much. That's sick. And it's filthy sick. That's my word of the month, remember? Filth. And I have been saying it in everyone's chat too. I'm going to make it a thing. But there's creators that I don't like either, but do I go in there and start hating on them? Because I don't hate them. They're just some people you naturally gel with, and some that you just don't. But you don't have to be cruel, and you don't have to tear people apart. Real life, just move on and do you, boo. Chris did break YouTube terms of service. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I get the whole Twitter thing, and I didn't even watch it all. If you guys remember, I said it was either that night or the next day, I said I couldn't get into it because when my mind thinks something, Chris kept saying all the way through whether this is him or not. I don't know whether this is Chris's words. I don't know whether it's Brian or not. But if it is, this is why he was thinking that. But to me, it wasn't him. It was someone else. So I just couldn't get right into the whole video because I just couldn't. So I just moved on to something else and didn't sort of think too much about it. But I get what people are saying, that is a real person. See, I thought it was someone mocking Brian Laundrie and pretending to be pretending to be Brian, and that it was all fake. But apparently it really is a real person that has that real Twitter account. So yes, he probably did break the terms of service by thinking it was Brian Laundrie. But then the other side of my brain is like, but then you've got these guys doing this and they get away with it. And they've still got a channel and they're breaking every terms of service. And that's what drives my brain crazy. Like, he sits on there smoking marijuana and has these psychotic episodes of hate and threats. Like, he's straight out going to come for somebody. And that's breaking terms of service. Everything that he does on every single live, he's breaking terms of service. But he's allowed to keep doing it. And it's just not right. He is an investigator, but he does a disclaimer anyway, does he not? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be making lots. Great job, Sarah. Sharon Roberts, welcome. If you all go back and watch Benny's videos, he takes them down to cut out all his trash talking, then puts the clean video back up after he crops it. See, I've never gone back and looked after. I've seen the snippets of the one he did on Sunday after Chris's channel went down. I never watched the full ones of any of it because I get really, really anxious and horrible, and the laugh, I can't do it, guys. It is so intimidating and evil. I feel ill because there's something wrong with the guy. And that's why I worry about Tiffany Marie. Because, I don't know Tiffany Marie from my neighbour. I've got no clue. Only what we know online. And from what I've got from Tiffany Marie, she's single and lives either alone or with her son. And it worries me because these people are going real life and doing crazy shit to each other. Like Benny's big thing the other day when he was going off with the gun and everything else is because someone sent a pizza to his house, to his mother's house. But what he didn't tell his audience is he lives with his mother. So that's why it went to his mother's house. He doxed Don B last night, Benny did. I saw it live on Don B. Oh, really? In his chat, Justice for Summer. I haven't watched Don B's from last night yet. I don't understand other channels are still up. No, me either, May. I think people need to be very specific and detailed and use timestamps when they report. That is what I learned in Tiffany Marie's Discord. And I'm going to start a Discord too, guys. I'm in AB's and Tiffany Marie's Discord. And I thought we'd start our own Discord as well. And I learned in there what May's saying. Tiffany Marie had a little post in her Discord telling people the proper way to report and what to click on. And if you use timestamps for the actual piece of a video that you feel is the most beneficial, it gets better action taken on it, she was explaining. Could we have more thumbs up? Oh, thanks, Miss Justice. Oh, you're on Discord. Awesome, Justice for Summer. I still don't understand how it all works. Like, I'm on there and in there, but there's so many of them side little tabs. Yeah, so I'm going to set that up this evening after dinner. It must be getting late there for you guys. What time is it, guys, from where you all are? Twiggy, I know. Do you come under... Twiggy, have you got daylight saving in Tasmania? Oh, my smoke went out. See, I talk too much and now the cigarette stopped. It's easy to make a server? Okay. 9:30. Oh, that's not too late. 10:30. So you're Twiggy now, you're 1:29 p.m. on Wednesday. Gypsy's 10:30 p.m. Skyzy 7:30. Isn't this crazy that we're all putting now? Yeah, Twiggy's on the team. Jesus. Twiggy is on the same time frame as me. Oh, that's awesome. And Twiggy, you said you do stitching as well, didn't you? Because I've been thinking heaps about this this other channel where we just stitch and watch funny stuff and have, you know, lots of fun. Discord is free. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had to pay anything on Discord. Miss Justice, are you not on any Discords? I don't know how I did it because I actually signed up for Discord when I was doing my racing stuff. And, yeah, then when I got into YouTube, I noticed lots of people had their own Discords. Just download the app. Yep. I liked it. Oh, you felt Gypsy. I have a whole stand full of felt left over from my store. Because any new people in here, I have custody of my 2 granddaughters, and I used to have a patchwork store downtown, a quilting and patchwork store. And after we got the girls, I couldn't do both. It was just way too hard to try and raise, because one was 3 and one was 6 at the time. And the younger ones got fetal alcohol syndrome and lots of other little ADD type symptoms, and it's full on. So I couldn't physically keep doing the shop, because in a patchwork shop, you've got to have your samples organised, you've got to have block of the months, so much preparation in what you do. I just had to close the shop and come home and concentrate on the girls full time. It's 7 years later, they're still with us, and we're still working the world out. But I found out yesterday they're having a physical contact visit with their mum next Monday. So they're a little bit excited for that. I just hope it keeps up, because this has happened so many times in the past. And then mum will disappear for a couple of years and you don't see her again, and then the cycle starts all over again. Oh, well, see, this is what I love. I love hearing what you guys do in real life as well. I love poetry. Maybe we could make some stitcheries out of your poetry, Justice, for summer. You know, as little embroideries, and then do some applique around the outside of them. That would be awesome. Like, I didn't even know there were channels that that crafted together until I come across one, and I thought, what an awesome idea. Yeah, it's a lot, but you wouldn't. That's why I don't get Grandis at all. I do not understand how that woman can sit back. But everyone says, you know, that's how she raised her kids, and that's the sort of mother she was, and that's why Candace is the mother she is, because it's learnt behaviour from her mother. But it's, I don't know. Do you say it's different when you're a grandmother? There's a difference between knowing you're abusing a child and just being a crap parent. There's a big difference. I just got a whole whack of peacock feathers, maybe make some jewellery. Yes. Guys, it's so therapeutic. Any sort of hobby, like anything like that. And Miss Justice, you were saying the other day in chat that you were worried about how much time you spend on YouTube. And I had, to this minute, I haven't stopped thinking about that comment you made. Because, yeah, how much is too much time? No, don't be sorry. I think it's a great question, because what might be too much time for me in my situation can be completely different in your case. It's what you're good with and what you're happy with. But I can't stress enough, like a little hand hobby can mentally calm you down, and like going for a walk. But I love any sort of hobbies, and I love to hear about. Yeah, it's like a quilting bee. it's so good for my brain. I know how much it's helped me mentally. And I just love making things, although I am careful who I make big quilts for nowadays, because I have made like really, a 12-month long project quilt for somebody, and I've gone to visit them and it's lying outside with the dog or something like that. So I have over time become fussy on who I do big quilts for, because some people they don't understand that it takes hours and hours and hours. But Little Purple Love Hearts I have started recently. Oh my God, people. It's all down in the house because I was doing some last night. I promise tomorrow I will hook this camera up tonight and I'll show you the stuff I've started for Summer's quilt. Yeah, I don't understand, Miss Justice, how Grandis could sit back and watch them kids be abused the way they were. And the things that did come out with Ziggy's information weeks ago, I do believe it. Like, I do believe that they locked him in that basement. And oh, really, Teresa? So you'd probably like to do the other channel as well. See, I get sidetracked with the chat. She knows what's right and wrong. They know how they treat them kids. But as H said, the grandmother was like vile. She was really, really angry woman. So no wonder she never said much. She probably got in on the act as well. She never protected him or looked out for him as a grandmother. They were in her way. But it's surprising that, and telling, that she hung around all these years, because I think she'd been there for quite a while, and Candace said she would come and go, but this time there's no kids there and neither is she. Yeah. It's very, very alarming. And I do believe all the messages that Emma got from Grandis and Critical K's friend, and even Cher has confirmed that she believes 100% that them conversations were actually Grandis. Oh, you like colouring? I tried doing colouring as well. I like to doodle. Like sometimes when I'm sitting here, I'll doodle and I don't even know I'm doing it. It just starts happening. What did I? Oh, oh, hello, Big Meanie. Oh, Big Meanie. I feel terrible saying that. I subscribed about 45 minutes ago, but I can't tell if it went through. Do you have a way to check? If you click the subscribe button on the video or the join button, do you mean Big Meanie? Oh, that's not good. I can't keep saying Big Meanie. Oh, my mum. I'm not sure if you mean the membership or just a subscription. I can put the link back in here. Guys, I still haven't learned how to pin yet. I'm going to ask Griff or somebody who knows how to do it. How do they pin stuff? Because I have no clue yet. Hi, Gamer Guy. You want which guy caught? You want Donald Wells caught or you want Brian Laundrie caught? I want both of them behind bars. Yeah, colouring, doodling, handwork of any Brian Laundrie. Yeah, me too. Gamer guy. What time is it? Because I have to go and pick the girls up from school. I did have Brian. We'll stop sharing that. Brian Laundrie. The timeline has changed. Oh, why does that keep doing that? Because, and did you guys watch the Dr. Phil thing yet with Gabby's mum and dad? I've done it again. Apparently, it's really, really, really sad. And they call Brian a coward, the whole family are cowards. So the timeline has changed, as in the dates for when Brian flew back home to empty the storage shed so they could save money. And it was a day later than they said it happened. So this attorney is actually stuffing things up even more, because even though Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie are not coming out and speaking as their daughter did yesterday, they're getting their attorney to react to different situations on their behalf. Do you notice every time, like when Dog come on the case, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and different things happened or are being said, this attorney pipes up and tries to counteract or justify what the Laundries are saying or doing. I can make a sun, tree, house, mailbox, and a yard, and that's it. Have they confirmed when he flew back? Well, I'm going to play this now because I think this addresses it, because he's got the timeline changes. So we'll play this. It goes for 17 minutes.
How's it going, guys? Can you guys see me okay? Awesome.
So this was 5 hours ago.
Yeah, someone just said their mind's blown. Yeah, this timeline is so hard to keep track of, based on, information we got from the sister yesterday, and now this big development from Mr. Bertolino, the Laundrie attorney. And I guess I'm going to start being a little more clear now, because I've always just called him the Laundrie family attorney, but now we know for sure he is not representing Cassie, the sister. He is just representing the Laundrie parents and Brian Laundrie. So when I say Laundrie attorney, I mean he is the attorney for Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie and Brian Laundrie, not Cassie, which she made very clear yesterday when she said that he basically threw her under the bus. So let me give you guys the update here. So Mr. Bertolino has now told us that the date that Brian went missing from this house and allegedly went hiking is not Tuesday, September 14th, which is what we've been told for weeks now. It is actually, according to him, Monday, September 13th. So he is now saying that the parents say that Brian went missing on Monday, September 13th, not Tuesday, September 14th. So this really, I mean, this is a huge change in the timeline. I mean, he went missing one day prior than what they've been saying all along, and they're just releasing this information today. And I'll read you his exact statement. This is from Mr. Bertolino, and I tweeted this a little while ago. The Laundries were basing the date Brian left on their recollection of certain events. Upon further communication with the FBI and confirmation of the Mustang being at the Laundrie residence on Wednesday, September 15th, we now believe the day Brian left to hike in the preserve was Monday, September 13th. So I'm going to read you this part again. Upon further communication with the FBI and confirmation of the Mustang being at the Laundrie residence on Wednesday, September 15th. So this is something that has totally puzzled me for weeks. This has been like one of the big mysteries for me, and I tweeted it out, and a lot of people reacted to it way back when, and I just retweeted it. It never made sense to me why the lawyer was saying they went to pick the Mustang up on that Thursday, but we with our own eyes saw the Mustang on Wednesday in the driveway. Like it made no sense. We saw it. We had it on camera on Wednesday. Why were they saying they didn't go pick it up until Thursday from the reserve? And I know this is all really confusing. Hopefully it's making sense, but go back and look at my tweet thread because I retweeted it. From that, that week, I tweeted out all the videos and said, like, look, this does not add up. And now they're sort of acknowledging that finally. So anyway, bottom line, though, is changes in the timeline. Family now says that Brian Laundrie went missing on Monday. I want to get the date right because I messed it up in my tweet earlier. Monday, September 13th. They're saying is when he went missing, not Tuesday, September 14th. So it's confusing. What we're going to do for News Nation tonight is we're going to map all this out like on the screen for you because it's hard even for me to keep track of because it's changing so much. And we're also going to have Jennifer, the former FBI agent. She's going to be on live tonight again. News Nation Prime at 9:00 Eastern. So she'll help us go through the timeline, but she's also going to talk us through Cassie's interview yesterday, that exchange with her and the protesters and what she thinks about that. So, sorry, I just went on a tangent. I'm going to start reading your comments now. I haven't really been paying too much attention because I've just been basically talking. Someone says, are they cracking? I mean, look, it's been an interesting 24 hours because we now have, first of all, we have the change in the timeline just now. And then yesterday we now have the sister, speaking out against her own family, essentially. So things are happening. So a lot of questions. This was another interesting thing. A lot of you are questioning the phone when it was purchased. Originally, Mr. Bertolino told us the phone was purchased on September 14th, which really kind of made no sense. But then he also changed that date. This was like last week. He said he made a mistake and it was actually September 4th. So that's another thing that's been hard to keep track of. Yeah, you're right. Someone's saying he bought the phone the 4th, the 14th. He bought the phone the 4th, not the 14th. That is the lawyer saying that's true, that he made a mistake when he said the 14th. I mean, bottom line, it's so hard to keep track of all of it. I mean, especially when they're changing the dates constantly. Just reading everything you're saying. Okay, please repeat the change. Sorry for you guys who have already heard this, but for people who are just logging in, and you can look at my tweets, but basically now, the Laundrie attorney, Mr. Bertolino, is now saying that Brian left for the hike and went missing on September 13th, not September 14th, which is what the parents originally said, and which is the information we've been working off now for weeks. So they are now saying that he actually disappeared a day earlier, and they are apparently just now coming to this recollection. According to Mr. Bertolino, his official text to me was, the Laundries were basing the date Brian left on their recollection of certain events. Upon further communication with the FBI and confirmation of the Mustang being at the Laundrie residence on Wednesday, September 15th, we now believe the day Brian left to hike in the preserve was Monday, September 13th, not Tuesday, September 14th. And again, back to his statement about the Mustang, like, yes, thank you for acknowledging that, because none of it didn't make sense to me. You know, I mean, again, your eyes don't lie, video doesn't lie. The Mustang was in the driveway, so it didn't add up. So we got out here, someone's asking, our first day out here. Let me just look at the calendar, make sure I get the date right. Our first day out here was Tuesday, the 4th. Oh, wait, I don't want to get this wrong. Hold on a second. When was our first day out here? It's all a blur. It was on a Tuesday. It was Tuesday, the 14th. A lot of you have opinions about Cassie. I see people going back and forth about what they thought of her interview. I'm just reading all of that. I know a lot of you have been asking about the truck being muddy. I mean, that's been a big comment that you all have had on my Twitter. Is it normal for the trucks to be muddy? I mean, it has been very, very rainy. It is kind of swampy out here, so I don't think that's totally unusual, but I'm not really sure. So there's been no police activity at the house today. We haven't seen the family at all. Nothing. No one's come out today, so it's been quiet out here at the house. Nothing new with the hiker, with Dennis the hiker. I actually haven't talked to him today. I was so focused on this other stuff. People are asking why Cassie won't speak with me. So I've tried. She's done it was interesting. She did the first interview with ABC, weeks ago, sort of that controversial one where she claimed she was misquoted. But then she went back and did her only second interview with the same network, with ABC again, that aired this morning. And we've been trying to talk to Cassie. And I even, today I sent her a couple of text messages. I called her, left her a voicemail. So, she's not returning my call. So if she's watching right now, we do want to do a fair interview with Cassie, and we can post the full unedited interview, which, doesn't see, other people haven't done that for you. So people can hear everything you have to say. So. I did see the interview on GMA, yes. And I also saw the Petitos on Dr. Phil today. Yeah, for those of you saying you can't keep track of it all, trust me. I mean, even me sort of living this whole thing for the last several weeks, it's hard to keep track of because they keep changing these really crucial dates. I mean, to say that now he went missing a whole day earlier, I mean, that's a really big change. Still reading everything. Some of you are asking is Cassie paid for interviews? I would doubt that a big network like that would pay for an interview, but I don't know. That's a good idea. Someone's saying we should offer to Cassie for her to be on live as a live guest, and that way it wouldn't be edited at all. I can try that. She hasn't responded to any of my texts today, so. Yeah, grass still isn't mowed. A lot of you are telling me you were crying watching Dr. Phil today. I've only seen several clips from it. I need to watch the full thing, but it's yeah, I can imagine it was probably very, very sad. I feel for the Petitos every day. So what they're going through, both, the step parents and the parents. A lot of people asking me what date was the last date the lawyer talked to Brian, and a lot of people want to know what date was the lawyer actually hired. That's information that the lawyer will not share with us. So as far as News Nation tonight, I'm going to be on at 5 o'clock Eastern, which is in just a couple minutes. I'm gonna have to get off here. I'll be on during they call it rush hour. That's the show at 5 o'clock, and then we'll have some really big pieces on at 9 o'clock Eastern, which is News Nation Prime with Marnie Hughes. That's when we're gonna do this whole new timeline, and also Jennifer, the former FBI agent, she's gonna meet me out here at the house tonight. So she'll be on live tonight with Marnie, answering questions, going over the new video from yesterday, the new timeline, and then I'm also gonna get Jennifer on here to answer your questions too while she's out here. So we'll have all that. Someone's asking, do I have the right number for Cassie? Yeah, I'm pretty confident I have the right number. So nothing, sorry, that was a really loud car. Nothing new from Dog today. Texted with his assistant um, earlier this afternoon, and there was really no big update today. So a lot of you still asking about the phone confirmation date, the date he bought the phone. So again, originally Mr. Bertolino said it was September 14th, but then said that was like a typo. I think that's how he described it, and said it was actually September 4th when he bought the phone. So that was another time sort of the dates changed. Last date anyone actually saw him, that's a good question. That we know of would be the parents, according to them now Monday, because now they've changed it to Monday instead of Tuesday of that week. Yeah, Marnie is great. You're right. So some of you are asking about this plane ticket that Brian bought. So again, it's like we're piecing all of this together because a lot of these little details came out through the sisters video. And so then once we get new nuggets to go on, we can reach out to the lawyer and see if he'll elaborate. So let me tell you, he sent me another text this morning when I asked about the let me find it. When I asked about the travel. So, according to the lawyer, Brian flew home to Tampa from Salt Lake City on August 17th and returned to Salt Lake City on August 23rd to rejoin Gabby. To my knowledge, Brian and Gabby paid for the flights as they were sharing expenses. Brian flew home to obtain some items and empty and close the storage unit to save money as they contemplated extending the road trip. So I know that's a lot. I tweeted it out, but again, a lot of the stuff you guys have been asking me about, the storage unit, the flight back here, we're getting more clarity now. The sister Cassie says that when she saw Brian when he flew back here for that period of time without Gabby, she says things seem normal and that she actually FaceTimed with Gabby while Gabby was back in Salt Lake City. So anyway, still no autopsy results. You guys think it's weird I call them nuggets. It's just I don't know why I call them. I call all these little pieces of information new nuggets. It's just I don't know why. That's just the way I phrase it. So yeah, it is 5. I do need to go. Thank you. Okay, so I'll be on News Nation soon, a little while in the 5 o'clock hour Eastern, and then I'll see you guys for Prime at 9 o'clock. That's when we'll have like our really big piece, the timeline that we're working on that's constantly changing, which is super frustrating. Jennifer will be on tonight, and then of course I'll be on Banfield again. So we'll have time to go through everything and hopefully, make it a little easier to understand. So thank you guys for bearing with me. Sorry, I made a mistake in that tweet earlier. I'm glad I caught it. Like, I think I caught it within like 20 seconds. I got one of the dates wrong, which, I try to double check before I tweet. Like, I read it a couple times, but my mind was in a different place. So, but I think I caught it fast enough that hopefully there wasn't too many retweets or anything. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys on News Nation, and I'll update you on here if anything happens. All right, talk to you later.
Very interesting. So they've actually he's been given an extra day to hide. Nope, I won't make girls do the crime, they can do the time. Yeah, and most normal parents have that way of thinking too, Judy Jennings. Like, I have. To be real, my eldest has done the wrong thing, and I have gone to authorities to say, this has happened, you need to go and sort her out. Regardless of how much it hurts you to have to do it, a real parent is going to say, this is what's happening. I can't, as an adult, it's not like you can send them to their room if you know they've broken the law and done something really bad. That's just part and parcel. If they're an adult and they've done it, they have to face the repercussions. That's just the way life is. It nearly killed me, but I had to do it. And running away isn't going to solve anything. And don't you tell your kids that from toddlers? You don't tell lies. You don't run away from your problems. You've got to face them. Did they not do any of that backstory parenting as the boy was growing? Like, guys, I can understand that they've panicked initially and just thought, we've got to help him. I get that if they'd done that for a day or two. But surely they would have come to their senses by now and just give it all up, because every single day it's getting worse and worse and worse for them as well as their son. And Gamer Guy, I don't know, because I've been on here and concentrating on my chat and everything, I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world right now, but Gamer Guy said something about someone's in contact with Brian by email, but I haven't seen anything about it yet. I really hope it's true, and because they can track emails, it doesn't matter where you send an email from, they can track back to where it's come from. I think the FBI, and Teresa Sutton says, I think the FBI knows exactly where he is. They just do not want to do anything until they get all their ducks in a row, so they will not blow everything and let him walk. Yeah, possibly. Surely the FBI. In this day and age, like with everything that they can track and eavesdrop, I'm trying not to think like that, Justice for Summer, because I do believe they will catch up with him in one way or another. his time, hopefully, on a positive note, is running out. Yeah, it is a 10-9. I couldn't imagine, guys, the day we got custody of our 2 granddaughters, the department told us to try and trick a sleepover to get them here for the night, which we did. And then they rang us at like 7 o'clock the next morning and they said, can you get the girls in the car and leave? This is truth. This is 100% real life. And I said, what? Leave? What do you mean? And they said, just leave. You've got to get away from your house. We will ring you when it's fine to come home again with the girls. And it rattled my husband and I beyond belief, because we felt like we were on the run and we felt like we were doing something really, really wrong, although we knew it was the right thing. And they had to catch up with my eldest daughter, their mum, who was coming to the house at some point during the day to deal with her not getting the kids back. So they wanted to deal with that while we and the girls were not home. And it was the most, I wouldn't say terrifying, but rattling experience as a parent I've ever gone through, because here I am trying to protect the 2 granddaughters, but fully knowing that it's going to tear my daughter apart. Yeah, it still is really, really hard to think about, but there are decisions you have to make as a parent, whether you feel are right or wrong. You have to make them, and they're not making them. And this attorney, they need to ditch him like yesterday, because he's not helping them either. As much as they might think he is, he's done the wrong thing. And as far as Cassie goes, remember yesterday, guys, and I said, everyone's going to come for me, but I'm just going to say what I think. And my thoughts were, it's one thing to be out the front of his mum and dad's house, who you know 100% has aided and allegedly 100% have aided him to get away the way he has. But to be over there where there's little kids residing in that home, I felt sorry for them as parents, having little kids in their house, listening to Molly Golightly out the front of their house screaming, how did he do it? Did he snap her neck? Did he do this? Did he do? And I was beyond pissed, because that was going too far. There are kids inside. How would she like it if someone was out the front of her house screaming things like that in front of her son? I thought that was way too far. And I actually felt sick for them little kids. And as a mother, Cassie coming out and saying, you are upsetting my children, I had more respect for her for doing that than I ever will for her mum and dad, because she had her own kids' emotions and well-being as her priority. And the Laundries might think that they have, but they really don't. You know, I don't know. How's it gonna end? Because this is just like a real life movie. You know, is he gonna try and do suicide by cop when they do eventually catch up with him? What? Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I really did feel for her. And she confirmed that the other news station mixed her words or edited them. She wasn't saying she hadn't, not, you know. Anyway, I just felt for the kids that were inside her house and what they had to listen to. And at least she had the guts to come out and say, that lawyer has thrown me under the bus. I'm not talking to my parents right now. Like, she was real and I believed her. And it's not like she had to come out and answer questions. Like, even that side of it was a little bit wrong. They weren't reporters, them people. They were protesters. They weren't the news people. Like, at first I thought they were the news people and they were reporters out there, but they were actually the protesters with the foghorns and everything. And that's why Molly was with them. And they were trying to act like reporters and bombard her with questions and everything. But I just, took my hat off to her that she put it back on them and said, you are upsetting my children. Sorry, guys. I think Cassie is being as open as she feels she can be, given that she has told not to speak to FBI. Yeah, FBI and everyone, her solicitor, everyone told her not to speak to anybody, but she's put her kids first by speaking. And she didn't owe them protesters a conversation. You know, just because you protest outside someone's house doesn't mean that they have to, by law, come out and address you. But she wanted it to stop for her kids' sake. And I respect that she had her kids back, because her mum and dad don't have her back, evidently. And that's the sad part about it. It's just, why is it? I've seen it in a lot of situations where, parents are so focused on the kid that's troubled that they unknowingly, or they're not aware in the situation, that they're actually neglecting the kids that are trying so hard to do the right thing and have the right decisions and things like that. I believe so, Kathy. And thank you for becoming a member, Kathy. I didn't see it come in the chat yesterday, but I was telling the chat earlier how you did, and I was so excited for that. You're my very first member, so thank you so much. I just wanted to say that, and I appreciate it. Like, I get why they're protesting, and yes, the world does want answers and all the rest of it, but as for Cassie and her husband and those poor little kids stuck inside that house, that was too much. It'd be different if they lived over there with Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie. But I don't think anything, if they haven't spoken up by now, I don't think they're ever going to. Because, I don't know. I don't know how they even can walk out their front door. Miss Justice, I know. Look, I've watched Molly. Everyone has. It's just my opinion. I just think it was tacky. It's not something I could do, put it that way. And the laundry basket thing looked really, really. And I know that was Tiffany Marie's idea, and you all know I love Tiffany Marie, but even putting that near the flowers and everything, I was just like, it needed to be away from the memorial part for Gabby, not sitting right there. Couldn't Gabby just have that one little area of beautifulness to herself without a laundry there? I know I'm just I get too over emotional with, he's very manipulative. But he's got that from somewhere, hasn't he? I wouldn't like to mess with his mum. I can tell you now, she looks like a bloody stern I don't know. But still no one's come out and talked about them in real life, have they? It was. I'm just going to agree with you right there, J-Day. And welcome. I haven't seen you in our chat before. I don't mean to be speaking horribly about Molly. Guys, I really don't. But, yeah, to the degree of what she was describing when she was yelling and screaming about how Brian did it, like that was not a good idea in my opinion. And there's no way on how I would do that when I know there's kids inside that house, because they're never ever gonna forget that, and they're gonna grow up and watch that video and think, who is that woman? Why would she say them things out the front of my mum and dad's house? And that's not okay. It's another level of attention. But you know, some people, one thing I've noticed with YouTube is some people don't care whether it's positive attention or negative attention. They just want the attention, you know? And I get that Molly's angry. She gets over emotional just like everyone else. But I just felt that was too much. Now everyone's going to think I'm a Molly hater, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying how I felt about it. Yeah. Like, you got to think of the whole circle, not just Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie. Like, she openly said that her mum and dad aren't even talking to her now. So their focus is Brian, and that is it. And that's the really sad part. That now that they've jeopardised seeing their own grandkids and neglecting communication with their daughter, son-in-law is, yeah. But they're all saying that charges might be coming for them too. Yeah, I agree, Miss Justice. It did come across a bit trashy, honestly. And that's real right there. Yeah, I didn't know that until about a month ago, Shayna, that she was on, and I still haven't even watched it. I'm going to have to do that. What was it called? Wife Swap? I haven't watched it, but I keep forgetting to. So is that her only TV appearance was on Wife Swap? They should be charged. I don't know. I don't know who'd snap first if someone was at my neighbours out the front with bullhorns and stuff. I reckon hubby would probably go out there first and have his say. He can't handle yelling and screaming and stuff, and I just get triggered and just want to, curl up in a little ball. But yeah, I totally get how you could react, because we've sort of been in a similar situation, but it's got to be done, people. You teach your kids from being tiny. You don't run from your problems. You've got to face them. Running gets you nowhere. But they've backed him up and told him, helped him do it. Yeah, I think so too, Kathy. It was just a little bit too far. and I've only seen a couple of snippets on there, one out the front of the house. Apparently she fell over at some point. I didn't see any of that. There was a clip I seen where she was out the front of, she just arrived at Laundrie's house. Oh my God, thank you, Sky Welcome to the membership family. Oh, my fingers are going to be so busy. I don't know how we're going to do this where I send you guys stuff in a safe manner. We'll have to work that out over the next couple of days. No, I couldn't either, J-Day. It was, that's what I mean. I watched the little bit where she first arrived at Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie's house, and then the bit out the front of Cassie's house, and that was enough. I was just getting too burnt up and too emotional. And I knew it was building up inside, and I thought, if I go live and I've just watched that, I'm going to just lose me shit. So, and I haven't watched anything on her channel to see what people will say and not anything, because it's just, I'm happy to have my thoughts, but I'm not going to go over there and hate on her or, that's what I was trying to say earlier about these haters. And I even said to that lady that gave me that really, really horrible one, I said to her, it doesn't matter what we do at the end of the day, there's always going to be people, there's always going to be hateful comments. And she comes straight back at me, like in about, I don't know, wasn't long, 20 minutes or something. She's come back at me and she's like, it's got nothing to do with being hateful. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to have a comment war with this woman. I just thanked her for the time it took her out of her day to comment and give her a little heart and a kiss. And, that's how I deal with horrible things like that. But yeah, I couldn't imagine all her feedback was positive. A lot of people gave her the blues over it, but a lot praised her too. Yeah, I did see lots of praise, and you've got to wonder whether that praise is sincere or it's like, yeah, girl, you made a real complete dick of yourself, but I'll praise you just so you think you look good. Do you know what I mean? Because some people do that. They'll know you're making a complete nutter of yourself, but they've enjoyed watching you make a nutter of yourself, but then they're going to say, no, you were fine. You were so on the ball. Like, good for you, girl. But they're snickering away in the corner like, what an idiot. They want you to be mad, and when you're not, it makes them mad. Yeah, exactly, Miss Justice. And that's what you teach your kids to do too, don't you? Like, if someone's nasty to you, you just laugh and don't let them see that they've upset you and that sort of stuff. I'll pop it in here, Teresa. Yeah, it's just... And I thought yesterday I would get a heap of comments about saying what I said about Cassie's house and how I felt bad for the kids being in there. But I didn't. Not about that part of the live anyway. At Shana, I don't know, but Sharon could tell you. I know I'm supposed to know this stuff. Miss Justice, I'll send you links, and Josie. I'll have to, I'll put it in a little email and send you guys with links and things now. So I don't know. Mixed feelings. Yeah, I just threw the link up there. Oh, you have an iPad, Josie. I've seen a lot of people. I had to join on my phone. So is your phone not an iPhone, Josie? I seen in Scott H's live the other day, lots of people seem to have problems joining memberships. Oh, welcome, Shayna. Thank you. Yes, a lot of people on iPhones have trouble joining as members. And Scott did work it out. It took him a while, but him and his chat did work out how to do it, but I wasn't concentrating. Justice for Summer says, I'm dealing with a situation with the guy above me currently. He has called me horrible names, plays his music extremely loud. Oh, you're kidding, from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. Holy crap. Aren't there like noise restriction limits where you can only make a noise within certain times of the day? We even have different ones on weekends where you're not allowed to mow your lawn before like 8 a.m. in the morning and things like that here. And after 11 at night, you're not allowed to have like loud music and stuff. But we're in a rural town too. You'd think it would be more stricter in a built-up area. So we have to get some solutions, guys, for Justice for Summer. It's a pity. Yeah, like positive solutions, not. Oh God, I could think of some revengeful type things, but so he obviously doesn't work if he's going all day and half the night. That would rattle my brain. I can't even, like I know it's because I'm old and stuff, and you're not really supposed to be raising kids all over again, but when the kids are playing their computer games, they've got to have their headphones in because I can't handle listening to the shooting. And see, my youngest daughter and her wife, they live a block away, and my wife's niece, my daughter-in-law's niece, lives in Sydney. So our girls get on the PS4 and they play Fortnite with their aunties that live a block away and with the other niece that lives in Sydney. And you should hear them. It's like they're in a war zone, and they're all girls that play this game, and the shooting and everything, and it just does my head in. My brain can't cope with even that. Justice for Summer. So I don't know how you deal with it. And he's an alcoholic. Jeez. That is a problem. Do a video, then call the cops. Yeah. Surely the law enforcement can tell him to stop it. Yeah, so the girls have got to have headphones in. I just can't handle the loudness all the time. Yeah, then you got the repercussions. It's like telling the teacher on someone in class, isn't it? And then waiting to go out in the playground. That's exactly what it's like, Miss Justice. Oh, God. I'm going to have another cigarette and then I'm going to have to go and get these kids from school. Yeah, what can we do to use the internet to your advantage? Making an anonymous complaint over the internet to law enforcement, and then he won't know it was you. Oh no, they don't like the manager. if she gets him threatening her, she can get a restraining order, then he will have to move. That's a good idea. But then she's going to be worried every time she walks out the front door too. Kathy May Hazel says, Kathy, get her to get a book and write down every interaction. She can then update the police every week. It proves a pattern of behaviour and keeps the police accountable. Exactly. And photos, voice recordings, all that sort of stuff. Record the music blaring as well. You've got proof of the stalking. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would probably do it over the internet too. Plus, you've got proof of the reporting. It sounds like an apartment, doesn't it, Miss Justice? Exactly, Kathy. But they thought he had 3 days before up his sleeve, like that he was actually gone for. So now it's really 4 days. So God knows where he is. I don't think he's at Fort DeSoto, that's for sure. Oh, welcome, Twiggy. Thank you. Get a cam outside, that way you have video to back it up. Did I tell you guys we have to get a Ring doorbell? And hubby says, because we're in the little country town, he's like, why on earth do you think we need a Ring doorbell? And I said to him, do you know how many murders are solved because of Ring door cams? And he's like, you're an idiot. That's what he says to me. You're an idiot. But we're going to get one. Then my son was in Afghanistan. Don't you love how I can't talk after a while? Then my son was in Afghanistan and his Camarillo was out front. Their kids broke it. Oh my God. And he ended up in a physical fight. You have 2 cams? That's good. I think everyone in this day and age should have them. Like our dogs last night would not stop because they're little yappers. I don't know if there was another stray cat around or what the story was, but it was like 12:30 a.m. and they were still going. And I think I was up about 6 times trying to get them to stop. So at least if you had one, you would know if it was a stray cat or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to be worrying about you now, Justice for Summer. You know that it's not okay. Why do people think that they can just intimidate neighbours like that? And they enjoy doing it. It is rude. It's just disgusting. He sounds like a narcissist. Really. I'm getting my family them for Christmas. That's an awesome idea. 10-9. Yeah, with the stalking stuff, you can't do that anonymously though. She's doing the right thing, Kathy, but she needs to update the police regularly and immediately if there's any escalation. Yeah, I would too. Great advice, May. But trying to go above the manager's head does no good because she intercepts. Wow. So it's a female. I thought it was a male. It's a female tenant upstairs. You're kidding, J-Day. Mountain Girl 212 sent you? Oh, you'll have to, I will tell her thank you so much. I'm glad you're here too. We've been on for a fair while. Why is there no time? Oh yeah, there it is. 3 hours. Holy crap. Time goes so fast on here, guys. Yeah, I love Mountain Girl too. She's been through it the last few months so bad. Like, and you know how I always say, guys, you can tell who's here for the right reasons and who's sincere. You can feel it when they speak, I think. Or I can, with different creators, I can be in their chat for 10, 15 minutes and you know whether they're just there for the whatever, like, you know, or whether they sincerely, passionately are trying to do something and keep Summer's name out there, to keep Gabby's justice for Gabby and Oren and Orson and all the little ones that are missing, compared to someone who's just there for the glory of it. You can tell, you can feel it. And with Mountain Girl, I 100% could feel she was so passionate, and she's been through it big time lately. And yeah, thank you so much, Mountain Girl. I will go over and thank her personally. I sure can, Josie. I will email it to you guys. See, if I knew how to pin, we have to get Griff to show me how to do these things. Griff's like the little techie. And she did my little intro thing for me as well, which was so cool. She actually did 3, and I couldn't pick which one I loved the most. But what I liked about the one I've been playing at the beginning of the lives is it sort of has that mysterious type vibe around it, and I like that. And the way the cube evolves from nothing. Oh, you're kidding me, Jen F. Oh, I love you being here too. And I'm your first membership. That is very special to my heart. Yes, she is back, and I'm so happy that Mountain Girl's back. We all have to go over and support her as well. I'll add her to my love list and tag her in it, because I didn't know until yesterday she was back again. But lots of people have shared that post and spreading the love, and I just think it was a lovely thing to do. Because we all know who the big channels are, and, you know, because they're so big, they do just naturally get subscribers. You guys. Oh, thank you, Twiggy. Very first membership too. That's so cool to me, guys. Like, that's so special. J-Day, sorry, I missed this one of yours. Been horrible for her, but better now. I think Mountain Girl got her wind back beneath her wings. And that's why, thanks for saying that, J-Day. That is why I'm trying so hard in people's chats that I go into and everything else to promote supporting each other and having each other's backs if you're here for the right reasons, you know, because just them few little comments I got yesterday was enough for me to start mentally questioning whether I should be here or not, you know, in my own, because I have little arguments in my own brain about, you know, one side of the brain is like, no, keep going, it's you're doing a good thing, and then the other side of the brain says, you're a fool, like these people are telling you to delete your channel, so what's that telling you, you know? And we need each other to all support each other and say, no, don't do that, like you're doing good. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over there and give us some love, and we need that, because we do put ourselves up here and you've got to expect it. And that's what I tried to tell myself the very first day when I went live. You know you're going to get haters, and you have to be prepared for that. Oh, really, T. Riley? Yeah, I joined T. Riley, I joined Nita's Patreon thing. And yeah, it's amazing the amount of information, guys. If you want the research and the background of thousands of documents that Nita has investigated and has uploaded onto her Patreon, oh my God, it is intense. And don't listen to the bad side. I need you guys too, just as much. Don't you worry. Like, as I keep saying over and over, you guys have no idea how much difference this has made to my life, to have you all. No, it's just, you know, I don't know. I do it with parenting as well. I'll go to bed and I'll analyse, you know, a situation with one of the girls and think, oh, you know, I could have done this and I could have said that, and what if I'd, you know, and I do it with the channel as well and think, you know, you're really shit at it, and then the next day it's like, no, you have such a great time, you know, and I do have a great time, but I don't, as I keep saying, I don't want it to be all about me and what's going on with me. I love to know what you guys are doing, and, you know, have chats not only about the cases we're all stressing about, but how we can support each other and just be together and share physical things, you know. I can't wait to send you guys out stuff. Like, I am so excited for that. Yeah, Nita did. She started off as a couponing channel where she was going to share her knowledge of how to get the best out of coupons, and it turned into to what she has today. And that's usually the best way to start things, by accident. You know, things are meant to be, they will be. Yeah, mine, like, even my daughter-in-laws know I overthink, and I'll take things to heart that I shouldn't, and all that sort of stuff, you know. But that's, Pisces are pretty good at being sensitive, but we'll be fine. Mystery angels, I love Chip. As I said last night, I stabbed myself. Oh, he's Crime and Justice. Hi, girl. Welcome. Yeah, that story she was telling last night, when they were in the cave and they were, oh, guys, serious, I'm not even joking. If I had the camera hooked up, I would show you the holes in my fingers where I was stabbing myself with my needle. Oh, that's so sweet, Justice for Summer. I'm sure she really, really appreciates it too. Oh, what a bugger. I've got to go, Crime and Justice, and you just got here. Because it's 14 minutes to 3. The girls get out at 3. Luckily, the school's only 5 minutes away. No, Jen F. Lucky I keep looking at the time because I cannot believe we've been on here for 3.5 hours. We are all fabulous tonight, Crime and Justice. We've gone over different things with Summer and looked at some different photos that I feel sus about. Guys, if you want to leave in the comments after the live some things for tomorrow that we can go over, or things you find in the morning while I'm sleeping, you know, with the time difference and everything, we can do that as well. You know, things or questions or theories, anything like that. And if you're new in here and you haven't subscribed, that would be fabulous. And go over to Crime and Justice. Mods, I'll also send you guys links for Crime and Justice's. Oh, Crime and Justice, you can drop your link in now yourself as well. And tomorrow we'll start dropping links for like Mystery Angels and stuff, just for new people. And for Mountain Girl 212, go over and subscribe to her and give her some love. Nita's World. You're off to bed, J-Day. Yeah, we do have the, I know every channel says their mods are the best, but I think we have the best chat, guys, and the best mods. And I love you all. Yeah, take care, everyone. And I better go. Sorry, Crime and Justice. And thank you all again. Thanks, new members. Love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow, if not before. But have a good night, everyone. Bye.